Hi, I'm Charlotte Biercevicz. My mom is currently living here at the facility. She's been here since June, so about 9 months now. She came from rehab when she went to the short-term rehab over at Wiki, and before that was at the Crosby Commons. We're 5 generations in Shelton, so we really wanted a facility in Shelton. And because we're members of the United Methodist Church, we knew of the United Methodist Homes and the reputation for Wiki Health Center. So we really wanted, when my mother was at that point, to look for assistance in living, to stay in Shelton, and we loved Crosby Commons. They offer so much for keeping a person as an individual and accounting for their needs, so we really liked it there. And then unfortunately she did have an accident, and on exit from the hospital we really wanted a rehab facility close to where she was, which would be, Wiki Rehab. So we went there, and then unfortunately she could not return to Crosby Commons because her needs increased. So we were praying she could get into Wiki, and that just worked out well, that we were able to get a bed here at Wiki, and we've been very happy because all of us are close here by her and we can visit often, and all her needs seem to be met. She was, anxious at first certainly, but they really helped everyone in the family to adjust to the new surroundings. My mother was always very social. She was an alderman in Shelton. She was in the town committees. She was very active socially, so fostering that kind of care here has helped her tremendously to adjust, because certainly it is a big adjustment to go from a private environment to a public sort of setting with a roommate and different kind of rules. So she was really easily led into those different scenarios. And all the family members too also had to adjust, and are we doing the right thing? And you always question yourself, and we had social workers here who are the phenomenal social workers here that helped all of us adjust to, yes, you're doing the right thing, and answering our questions and keeping my mother as an individual, but helping her to integrate into the community here. I think they could anticipate a lot of the things that were concerning us because they've been through it before, but we'd never been through it before, and they really treated us, as such an important part of my mother's transition. And so we never felt uneasy of leaving her here or that she wouldn't be well cared for. The nurses make sure they learn who you are and your relationships and what your mother likes, what my mother didn't like. Is she a morning person? They were very attuned to making sure those needs were met, because they really treat you as an individual here. It's not like dorm living, so to speak. They bend the rules. I don't even think there's really rules. They just try to accommodate the person. So my mother calls me up, it was at night, and she goes, "Charlotte, I need my mink coat." I'm like, "Mom, it's 8:30 at night." She goes, "I need it tomorrow." I'm like, "Why?" "Because it's Mardi Gras and I have to be in the parade." So, that just makes you feel so enlightened that she's doing so well. Like, she was so excited to be attending this party. And certainly they make a big deal of your birthday. They celebrate pretty much everything they can, and the activities are so varied. I come to see her, and a lot of times I have to go looking for her. She's able to go on a lot of the out trips that she's fortunate enough to be able to still travel, and so she goes to a lot of different functions with the residents that can still easily be transported. Well, I think when you're trying to place a parent or a loved one, it's critical that you feel that they're safe. Now, that was one of my big concerns, because my mother has this, he's just to wear a Wander Guard, because she would just walk away thinking she doesn't live here. And that was never a concern once I saw the place, and I understood that it was exceptionally clean. The Wander Guard bracelet helps us to know that she can never really get out of the doors without someone be alarmed. She's never locked in. She's always allowed to go wherever she needs to go within the facility, but certainly she has to be protected from wandering outside into the parking lot or anything, and that's taken care of. So that was a big concern. Certainly the 5-star rating that I read about was a big plus, that I wanted my mom in a place that highly thought of by the community.